Now, if a new study is to be Adam and Eve, Cockney rhyming slang could soon be brown bread. And if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, then let me explain. Adam and Eve is Cockney translation as believe, while brown bread, of course, means dead. Cockney has been the East End of London's traditional dialect since the mid-19th century. But now a new poll has found that today's 18 to 24-year-olds are stumped by those famous sayings. So is Cockney on the way out? Well, Jonathan Green is a leading expert in English slang, and he's here to tell us a bit more about it. Good to see you tonight. So is it on the way out? What do you think, Jonathan?
Load of old cobblers, and I won't translate. Nonsense, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's there. It may not be. I mean, the newspapers have leapt onto this, but I, in my slang researches, see it all the time. No, you and I are not going to have. Where do I see it? I see it in books. I see it in social media.
Do you hear kids saying it?
I think they do use it. Yes, but my point is that no, they're not having a conversation completely, in rhyming slang. But bits and bobs come in. And also, it's a language that's open to suggestions, as it were. For instance, so I think one of the papers said, "Oh well, the young people don't know the word Bobby Moore, which means shore." No, because they don't use it that. They use it for draw. Draw meaning cannabis, and draw is very modern. I mean, you just have to keep up.
You do have to keep up. I mean, it's a fabulous language, isn't it? It's a fabulous use of terms and phrases. I know it's got a rich heritage. Let's just take us back down memory lane. A clip from the Two Ronnies when they were using it.
When the man arrived home, his daughter was sitting by the Jeremiah on her favourite Lionel Blair. And she arose angrily and said, "Once again you come home, elephant's trunk and Mozart. You have spent all the money I gave you. Now I cannot have my new pair of early doors."
You're chuckling away, Jonathan.
I'm indeed.
But I was going to say, if we were joined by two 17-year-olds tonight, do you think they'd understand it?
Probably not, but they might use the same. They'd certainly have slang words possibly rhyming for those concepts. I mean, elephant's trunk, drunk. I mean, the days have gone when in a newspaper called The Sporting Times around 1890, a man could, and there was a journalist every week, would do a 10-stanza, 10-verse poem in rhyming slang. Those days are not going to happen
Let's
again.
have a look at a couple of these. Bottle and stopper. Well, you'll know what it is. Apparently it's a copper.
It's a copper.
I didn't know that either. A fifth of young people thought it referred to Burger King's Whopper. There you go. And what about 4 in 10 young people couldn't identify apples and pears, which are?
Because they live in flats. Apples and pears are one of the oldest stairs. Well, it's because they're saucepan lids.
They also struggle with trouble and strife. Do you struggle with your trouble and strife?
Sexist stereotyping, I'm sure I don't.
They're too young to be married, aren't they? But I suppose the beauty of language is it does evolve, doesn't it? And you get there's fantastic new phrases and terms used on the streets of London and other cities in this country that, someone in their 60s wouldn't understand, but a teenager would. Isn't that the whole point of language? As
the representative of someone in their 60s at the moment, I don't understand an enormous amount. There's a huge gap. But the young people who use slang, of course, are too busy using it. It's old raspberry tarts like me who are collecting it. But yes, I mean, will
it be around in 50 years' time? What do you think, Jonathan?
Will I be around?
You will be.
I certainly won't.
Cockney will be around in 50
I think
years.
absolutely, absolutely. It may not be what we expect. It may not. The vocabulary may be different, but I think it will deal with the same things: getting drunk, the family, stuff like that. Yes, I think it's always going to be. Slang's been around for 500 years. I don't see why anything of the sort should go away. So it's not dead. What
about sick? I know that's not Cockney rhyming slang, but do you know what that means?
Sick?
Yes.
Seems wonderful.
Yes, you see, you are down with the kids.
What a lovely idea.
Jonathan, thank you very much for your thoughts this evening. Great to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.